Well, it's always a possibility, to be honest with you. I'm not sure who's going to be on the commentary team. All I know is, like everything that Tony does, it's going to be pushed to the moon, 100%. He's ready to, to knock it out of the park, so to speak. As we saw with AEW All In, London, Wembley Stadium, Tony doesn't go halves for anything, you know what I mean? So certainly that's going to be a fantastic show. I'd love to be a part of it, but your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Because we may bring up Wembley Stadium. Right now, we're on the road to break records at Wembley Stadium and wrestling in general for ticket sales. And now, not even one match has been announced yet for All In Wembley Stadium. This has got to be impressive because at the end of August, we are going to see something I don't think wrestling fans thought we'd ever see again. Is a huge, huge monumental show at Wembley Stadium, because you go back to 92 with Bulldog and Bret Hart having a great encounter. But this is completely different. This is AEW, a brand that's only been around for about 5 years now, doing something completely different. Is this exciting for you?
Oh, my God. It couldn't be more exciting. I was on Tony Khan's plane when he told me. I think he had me on the plane so I couldn't text anyone else at the same time, I was bowled over. I couldn't believe it. Like you said, it's one of those things you never could have imagined. I've had a few of those things in my career, and certainly that was one of them. I mean, you mentioned SummerSlam 92. That was 31 years ago. A young Nigel McGuinness was in the crowd, and That was one of the moments that I sat there 50 rows back, and I just had this premonition. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a professional wrestler. I remember turning to my friend, Daniel Trelfer. Isn't it funny how you can remember your friend's name from 31 years ago, and yet you can't remember someone you met in a bar last night?
Correct.
Anyway, I turned to him and said, I'm going to be a wrestler. And for some reason, he believed me. He had no reason to, given that I was, 14 years old at the time and about 130 pounds soaking wet. But that was one of those moments that I just said, this is what I'm going to do. So to go back to Wembley Stadium, it's just going to be an incredible full circle moment for me, certainly, in whatever context I'm there.
Wow, because I know the world, you're not officially retired from professional wrestling, correct?
No one's officially retired, are they? Yeah.
That's true. In professional wrestling, a retirement match, you're back a week later. But is there an option on the table? Little 14 Nigel was in the crowd for SummerSlam 92. What about grown man Nigel McGuinness back in the ring, Wembley Stadium, 90,000 fans there? Is this possible?
It's a big question, isn't it, Steve? Yeah, I mean, I'd be crazy to turn down that sort of an opportunity. But to be honest with you, I'm far more better used, I would say, in a commentary role at the moment. Don't want to injure myself, don't want to kill myself. But if there was going to be the possibility of me wrestling again, like you said, you couldn't possibly write a better ending to my in-ring career. What was it? My last match was December 2011 in West Virginia, in a small little fire department there. And so if someone could have said to you, God, 12, 13 years, you're going to be wrestling at Wembley Stadium, you just go, you're out of your mind, of course. You know what I mean? And maybe you are out of your mind. So honestly, I wouldn't like to speculate. I will tell you this. It's going to be an incredible show. They're going to be the best wrestling talent from all over the world. Forget about Forbidden Door. It's going to be an open door policy. Tony Khan is going to bring in the very best talent in the world. And certainly one day in the past, I would have considered myself that. You never know. I made a joke when I started doing the interviews for it. I said, well, you never know. If they sell out, I may have to dust the boots off. And a bit nearsighted on my part. I may have backed myself into a corner. But no, all joking aside, Steve, I'm just going to be happy to be there.